Yeah, so some guys, you had C as your answer. Others had A as your answer. And remember, A was telophase. Actually, most of you had A. And some had C, and C was interphase. Okay. Now, both answers, by the way, can be correct. It can be correct basing on the question. If I give such a cell, if I give one cell like this, now this one can be interphase. Okay. Yeah, actually, this is interphase. You can't easily tell. But if I give two, I'm trying to show you that the two cells have been formed from one parent cell. Okay, so this therefore becomes telophase. And it's on rare occasion that they will give you such a cell. They will give you that is really shrinking. Okay, that's the cell that they'll give you. And here you just simply know that this is none other than telophase. Okay, exactly. So let's summarize. Let's see a summary of what happened during mitosis. The major events. Okay? Yes. And the first one is replication of DNA. Actually, let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this a moment. This is good for you and for us all. And then let me do this. This is good for you and for us all. Let me do this. Yes. Yeah, this is it. I guess no one is thinking of what I was trying to do. Yes. So now, I want you to identify, I'm going to put the major stage, okay? And then you identify which phase is it. For example, the major event number one is replication of chromosomes and cell organelles. And that one occurs under which phase? Can I receive some suggestions? Please hurry up and drop in the chat box. Hurry up and drop your answers in the chat box. Yes, the answer is interphase. Then another second major event, it is formation of spindle and disappearance of the nuclear membrane. And it occurs under which phase? Somebody has dropped, okay. Puffin, yeah, received. Others? Let's hurry up. You don't want? Okay. Collins, yeah. Others, and since there are a lot of events, so shall not wait for so long. Yes, the answer is prophase. Now, maybe most of you, what has confused you? Let me see. Yeah, Tracy, you think that was good. That was good. Maybe this. Say that in prophase number 1, our 2 centrioles, they migrate to opposite poles. Okay? And when they reach there, that's when actually the spindle fibers begin to radiate, okay, from a centriole. So if this is the centriole, the spindle fibers begin to radiate, okay, to form such a star-shaped structure that is known as an aster. Okay, so this occurs in the prophase. And then a nuclear envelope together with a nucleolus, they all disappear in prophase, as we have seen that. Then, who can guess this? Yes, what's your answer? Please hurry up. Yes, Infinix have received your answer. That's brilliant. Pavin, yeah, received your answer. Collins, yeah, received your answer. Yes, I think this is Florence. I've also received your answer. Yeah. Yes. And yeah, since we have a lot of events, yeah. So chromosomes align at the equator during, let's see, yeah, metaphase. That was good. That was brilliant work. Okay. So we have seen that that's when, during metaphase, that's when our chromosomes, they will arrange on the spindle equator, on the equatorial plane. Okay, so that when you pull towards this side and you also pull like this, okay, then our chromosomes will be separated to form the sister chromatids. They will be separated, okay, and each will migrate to the opposite. That was brilliant. And then finally, what's the answer here? Yes, and you guys have all given me the same answer, and the answer is anaphase. Okay, that's when the sister chromatids are pulled towards the opposite poles and they become chromosomes. Actually, they become chromosomes during telophase, but the pulling, it occurs in anaphase. So, and then the cell divides into 2 cells. I don't know why it is over zoomed in, but yeah, it's okay. Now, significance is this really good? Is this really important? Okay, like, should cells divide by mitosis? And which cells do undergo mitosis? I'm teaching somebody of 2 years. Hi. Hi. Julian, I hope you're fine. It's okay, it's okay. So, Is mitosis? Somebody wants to do biology, even when they are 2 years, but they are insinuated, which is good. Which is good. Make sure you do biology. Yeah, make sure you. It's okay, it's okay. Now, significance or importance of mitosis. Is it significant? High. So number one, it brings about growth. Yes. For an organism to increase in size. To increase the booty, to increase the stomach, to increase the height, you become tall. All that. The cells are dividing by mitosis. And without mitosis, then we cannot grow. Okay? Yes. No, it's okay. It's okay. Julian, it's okay. Then it brings about growth. Sorry, it brings about repair. Okay? Yes, Pavin?
Teacher,
Yes.
like I was just asking that how does it bring about growth?
Oh, okay. That's good. Brilliant. Now let me answer that. You see, you started as one single cell, the sperm cell, okay, fused with the ovum. Actually, the ovum is large. Fused with the ovum. You mute a bit. Yeah, it's okay. So the sperm cell fused with an ovum to form one single cell known as the zygote. Okay? You were once one cell. Can you imagine? The whole of you, regardless of your size, however big you may be, however small you may be, you were once one cell. Now this cell divided by mitosis, by the way, divided by cell division, and it formed very many cells. Okay, and these very many cells, they kept on dividing until when they formed a complete you. And you were born when you were young. Were you born just like that? No. You were born when you were young. So tiny, so naive, so innocent. But now look at you. Are you innocent? I guess so. So tiny, innocent, and naive. But day in, day out, you kept on increasing in size and in height. Okay, height until where you are right now. So they are your body cells that will keep dividing constantly. They undergo constant division. And here we use mitosis because we are aimed at producing same cells. Okay? Somebody is asking that, sorry to ask this, but sir, are we also animals? Exactly. You are an animal. Okay? You are an animal. But a mammal, a primate, and a Homo sapien. So if you want to know why you are an animal, if yes, do we have tails? You can read classification and see the characteristics that make a kingdom animalia. Okay? Tail is not a mark. But actually, surprisingly, we also have a post-anal tail. We also have a tail. However, our tail is vestigial. It is no longer in use, so it has disappeared. It is not observable, it is not seen. But we also have the post-anal tail. Okay? Yeah, you check on the sacral vertex. You will appreciate. But tail is not among the characteristics that make animals. So what are the characteristics then? All animals are able to locomote. Locomoting means displacement of the entire body from one place to another. And all animals do that. All animals do that. Okay? No plant can locomote. However, we also have others such as protozoans that also do locomote. But those ones, they are confusing on their own. No animal makes its own food. Boom. Do you make your own food? Find out. You don't. Okay? Yes. So no animal makes its own food. So those two characteristics, they make you to fall in the same kingdom as an earthworm, okay, as a cow, as a piwangi, as a fish. You all fall in the same kingdom. As a cockroach, you are all animals. Okay? Yes. I'm still asking, what do sister chromatids for when they separate completely do form? Okay. Somebody is asking that when sister chromatids separate during anaphase, what do they form? They form, they are separated and taken to the opposite poles, and when they reach there, they combine with other chromatids to form chromosomes. Then finally, zygotes develop other body parts exactly. Okay. The cells, the cells which begin as similar cells, okay, as they are dividing, they will reach a level where they form separate cells, okay, and these separate cells will result into different organs, okay, different organs. You can go and read about embryology, the development of an embryo. Yes, Pavin?
Teacher, I was just asking that if like we didn't have mitosis in our bodies, would we lack like important cells or nutrients from them?
I think if cells didn't divide, then I don't think you would be there. Okay? I don't think if you would be there. Because now, the sperm cells, they are formed by cell division, by meiosis. And the ova, they are also formed by meiosis. And when the two meet, they form one single cell, which is a zygote. And one single cell, it divides by mitosis. It undergoes very many divisions. And this is constant throughout the entire life. So mitosis, it's constant throughout. Your cells will always divide until you die. Okay? So I don't know if it can happen. If we can have an alternative of mitosis. Okay? Yes. Let's briefly talk about the significances, and then we call it a day. Then asexual production in most organisms. Somebody is asking, what brings about beginning of cell division of cells to form other body parts or make them enlarge? Now your question, during embryo development or when the enlargement of hips? I think that's what you want to ask. You can unmute and ask. Unmute and make your question clear. Or you can type, because I know you want to tell me you're in a noisy environment. Okay, you type as I'm talking about asexual. It's here. Like one's body. what brings about the beginning of cell division of cells to form other body parts or make them enlarge. Okay, during development, let me answer the way I've understood your question. They begin as similar cells, same cells, but they keep diverging and form different cells, like making people grow. Okay, during development, they begin as similar cells, but they keep diverging to form different cells, and the cells will form different structures. I'm trying to avoid hard words. Okay, I'm trying to avoid hard words to form different structures. Okay, to form different layers, for instance, and now they are now these different layers that would develop into different organs. Okay, and now the different organs would develop into different parts to ensure normal functioning of an organs. That's why a kid stays for 9 months in the mother's womb. Those 9 months are for serious work, serious business. Now, asexual reproduction, this is type of reproduction that doesn't involve fusion of gametes. For example, when you plant, maybe, cassava, you guys always plant stem cuttings. So when you plant a stem cutting and it develops, it grows into another cassava, that one is asexual reproduction. Then it maintains the genetic composition of an organism because the cell divides to produce exact copies with the same genetic material. So the genetic material is therefore maintained. And then finally, gametes in bryophytes. Bryophytes, they are mosses. And what are mosses? I know all of you have ever seen mosses, but you might not be aware of what mosses are. But if you go to some damp places, some moist places, maybe in your compound, it has been raining, maybe on the wall of your perimeter wall, you find there some green, tiny plants, so tiny. Okay. Now those tiny plants, they are the ones that we call mosses. And so they produce their gametes by mitosis. Okay. And they produce spores by meiosis. Then I'm going to answer your questions. Let me finish this point. Where it occurs, it mainly occurs in the bone marrow, where it produces red blood cells, white blood cells, and other cells. And then in the epidermal cells of the gut, the gut is subjected to constant tear and wear. You always eat, and as you're swallowing, it goes away with cells. You eat hot foods, you swallow them, they burn some cells and the cells die. So they should be replaced. So it is this process that replaces the cell. So the cells there must really be divided. Then also in the Malpighian cells under the epidermis of the skin, also the skin, it undergoes constant tear and wear all the time. When you go to shower, you leave there millions of your cells. So the skin should have mechanisms to replace those cells. And these are the cells in the Malpighian tissue layer that do that. Then in plants, It occurs in the apical meristems, that is the shoot apex and the root apex, and also in the cambium, in the vascular cambium, to bring about secondary growth. So some people ask some few questions here. Teacher, is formation of blood cells also cell division? Yes, as long as it involves producing a cell. We don't give birth to cells, and we don't produce cells from scratch. The existing cells, they are the ones that divide to give rise to new daughter cells. So yeah, I've answered. Yeah, in case there are queries, then feel free to ask. In case there are no questions, then it's okay, we can call it a day.